Over to you.
Hello. We have another football report of England versus Scotland. Scotland.
Yep, England play Scotland tonight in the oldest international fixture.
Yep.
The first ever game between England and Scotland was, I think, 1870. And that was when I think there may well have been more than 11 players on the team, and there were no such thing as penalties and loads of different stuff like that. Did you know the penalty was invented by a guy from Ireland?
No.
That's
Why
a fact.
was it invented?
Because otherwise, what could you do?
Like you could literally tackle someone so hard in a penalty box.
Or you'd get a free kick, but they'd be able to put all their players standing directly in front of it. Anyway, England-Scotland. England won their first game against Croatia 1-0. Croatia lost, managed to get a draw there tonight against the Czech Republic, who beat Scotland 2-0. So presumably we are expecting England to do better than that. What do you think? Who do you think is going to do well in this game?
Well, Scotland's not been good for the last days. So I'm going all out. 2-1 to England.
2-1 to England. Do you not think there's a possibility that Scotland, being a game against their most bitter and longest rivals, might be able to find something that they just had not had before?
Mm-hmm. They might remember their first game, but I don't think they can do much. They haven't played well in the first game, but I just think they can get at least one goal against Pickford. Come on, they can get a goal off that.
It is Pickford, and I don't completely disagree with you. Although Harry Maguire is in the England defence, which I think makes it better. So you think 2-1? Don't pick your nose on the screen. You can do that in the privacy of your never. Who do you think is going to score? Do you think anyone's going to score in particular?
Well, I don't really know that much players, but I think Sterling's going to score at least one goal. He's very fast, and I think he's going to set up one. Honestly. Yeah,
he did well. Anything you saw, by the way, since that you wanted to comment on? Did you see the Italy goals?
Yeah, they were quite good, but...
Yeah, Locatelli, who might be going to Juventus.
Might.
Hopefully he's going to Juventus.
And if you don't know, there's a person from the US in the Juventus team.
Yeah, what's his name?
I can't remember.
Weston McKennie. Is there anybody from the US playing in tonight's game between England and Scotland? Probably not. Anyway, so we'll leave it at that. We've rambled quite a bit tonight. We'll be back in what will seem like a few seconds at half time. I suspect not both of us might be watching the game, but I will. And Redmond will have something to say regardless of whether you see it or not, yeah? We'll see you, probably less lovey-dovey, at halftime. Bye.
Bye.
Halftime here. I have been abandoned in favour of Animal Crossing. It's not like he watches these anyway, but we won't say that to anybody. By the looks of things, it's 0-0. It's surprising in a sense because surely the greatest football league on earth and the greatest players therein would have scored by now against a host of players who don't really play at top levels, with maybe 5 exceptions. But Scotland don't look great, but they look more game. England seem to be all over the shop. When England attack down the right, though, there's nobody on the other side for Scotland, and somehow England aren't making use of that. I would expect to see that capitalised upon in the second half. It's not been... It's been a more exciting game than a good game. There's been more incident than excitement. And yeah, it seems as though England went out expecting to waltz through this. I don't think that is the case with their manager. But yeah, surprising so far. I will see you. Maybe himself will join me at the end of the second half. Before I go, I will mention that so far the second half from Belgium against Denmark and Italy's performance in their second game have been the highlights of the second round so far. I hope you've caught some of it. It's been great. Anyway, see you maybe with him a little later. Bye. And we're back in still lovey-dovey, aren't we?
And guess what the score is? 0-0.
What do you think of the game you didn't watch, Redmond?
It was a good game.
Ah,
I mean, dull.
you have no idea, have you? What do you think about the goal that Tyrone Mings scored?
They didn't even score.
I know, but you don't know that. You have to rely on me at the moment, don't you? What did you expect before the game?
Well, I expected Scotland to get a first goal and to get really pumped up, but then when they got tired, England just smashed through them.
Well, neither team seemed to get tired. They seemed to be going pretty much as fast at the end of the game as they were at the beginning. And they went very fast. I thought it was the fastest game I've seen this year. Scotland had more chances. England had better chances, but Scotland did very well with the opportunities they had. But nobody scored. Scotland had the best shot, or best opportunity of a shot. That ended up being saved. England hit the post, but the post doesn't count. So, yeah, England, I would say, dropped points. What do you make of that? Are you happy with that? Yes. England need to do better. Scotland were not good.
Even it lost against Scotland and they won against Croatia.
They did. They did.
Not good.
Well, anyway, we're going to sign off shortly. Let me see what games are coming up that we're liable to look at, because we have to have that nexus of being available and what have you. Get back there. Let's go Euros. Euro and fixtures. Let's see. Tomorrow, maybe Portugal, Germany is possible. I think maybe Sunday if we can watch. Are we doing something Sunday afternoon? No, you're playing football on Sunday. We might be. We might talk after between Italy, Wales, or Finland, Belgium on the Monday. So either the Sunday night or the Tuesday morning, you'll probably see something from us. But we're near to the end. There's only 3 games left in this round. A few teams are already through. I think the teams that are already through are probably
The death group.
The death group. The death group isn't through. Netherlands are definitely through. Belgium are basically through. Italy are through as well. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of days. Croatia against Scotland suddenly becomes a massive game. The winner of that game is probably going to go through, but if it's a draw, they're both out.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Spain have a game tomorrow against Poland. That's going to be a big one. And then we have got
Sweden, Slovakia.
Portugal, Germany, and France against Hungary in the last games of the round. France or Portugal win their games. They're through.
Basically.
Right, so Redmond, stop messing and say goodbye to everybody.
Bye.
We'll see you next time on... What's this called?
Redmond's Euro Report.
I think that's probably close enough. Bye.